The Sunday Times is reporting today that President Jacob Zuma allegedly tried to silence a close confidant over possible arms deal benefits. Lawyer AJ Suklal says Zuma asked him not to testify at the Seriti Commission. Suklal has filed his affidavit in support of a High Court application from Corruption Watch and the Right to Know, who are challenging the findings of the Seriti Commission of Inquiry. Murray Hunter from the Right to Know campaign is with us now on the line for more on this story. Murray, a very good afternoon to you. What is your reaction then to this latest revelation in the Sunday Times today?
So, well, I can say that we actually were not aware of Mr. Suklal's affidavit until this morning. And it may be that it obviously takes some time for the paperwork to make its way through the system. So we're not in a position to make detailed discussion of what is in the affidavit because we simply haven't seen it yet. What I can say is that one key concern we raised about the Seriti Commission's findings is that its investigation was fundamentally flawed, that it failed to consider thousands of pages of evidence from previous investigations. And certainly, we are aware of the report that Mr. Suklal says he contacted the Seriti Commission twice in order to testify and didn't receive a response. So that's obviously a concern that we would have.
And have you, in your efforts now today to try and make sense of these court documents, tried to contact Mr. Suklal?
No, we haven't. I think that for us, we would, obviously this being a long weekend, some things are shut and it's sometimes difficult to get to the bottom of this, but early next week we will be consulting our legal team and just trying to verify whether or not we've received a copy of the affidavit or anyone in our team has received a copy, and ensure that it has been filed with the court, and we'll take it from there.
What do you make of Suklal's claim in his affidavit that he tried in 2015 to approach the Seriti Commission with information that he had on President Jacob Zuma's relationship with the arms companies, but the Commission never acknowledged a receipt of his email, nor did they get back to him about any way forward on the matter?
Well, I think that, as I said, we will have to see the affidavit, but it does speak to the concern that we've raised that the Commission's investigation was incomplete, that there was important evidence that wasn't considered by the Commission. And in fact, at armsdealfacts.com, we've listed a number of key documents and witnesses that we feel the Commission should have included and that we asked the Commission to include that ended up being disregarded. So this does speak to a broader pattern that I think we are trying to point out in our court papers. And we certainly do think the public has a right to know what Mr. Suklal has to say, and from early next week we'll be getting to the bottom of that.
This looks at the moment, Murray, like another game of he says and he says, given that Mr. Suklal, in the reports that are being published or run today, doesn't provide any other evidence of his exchange with President Zuma, where Zuma asked him not to testify. So how easy or difficult will it be to prove his claims to be true?
Well, I think more generally speaking, we need to look at the pattern that has emerged over years, where there's a wide range of evidence of impropriety to do with the arms deal. There were a wide range of concerns raised about the fact that a lot of this evidence wasn't dealt with by the Commission of Inquiry. Many documents not admitted, certain witnesses not called or cross-examined properly. And so I think, we do need to look at the broader pattern, and unfortunately the information we have here does fit within that broader pattern of a commission that failed to get to the bottom of the allegations of impropriety, and therefore a commission whose findings need to be questioned.
The exchange between Suklal, alleged exchange between Suklal and the president, dates back almost 10 years ago, and he only made attempts to speak out in 2015. I'm wondering then what this says about his integrity, given that if these events date back to between 2007 and 2009, he's only speaking out now.
I think these are questions that need to be put to the individual directly. I wouldn't speak to them myself.
And just lastly, before we let you go, about your matter, when are you back in court?
Well, at this point, we ourselves and Corruption Watch filed our papers in October of last year, so almost 6 months ago. But we're really at a very early stage of the court process, attempting to get information, internal documents from the Commission that would inform the court process. So we're not expecting to get a court date until late in the year, and this is very much still a process that's slowly unfolding.
All right, Murray, as always, thank you for speaking to us. That was Murray Hunter from the Right to Know campaign.